Yes.
Okay, good afternoon to everyone. I am Arjun Singh Rawat, author and presenter of the paper QR Share Based Secret Sharing Scheme using DWT random permutation and arithmetic model operation for QR shares. These are my outlines. These are my outlines: introduction, detailed survey, proposed model, results and analysis, and conclusion. Introduction. In cryptography, secret sharing referred to as a distributing the secret information among the multiple participants or distributed server in the form of share in such a method that no individual share able to recover the secret back, and to recover a secret completely require the subset of shares. The phases of secret sharing. Secret sharing is generally divided into two parts. One is share generation phase and another one is secret reconstruction phase. In share generation phase, secret information are distributed in the encrypted form to the distributed servers, and to reconstruct this secret, the subset of shares are required. Need of secret sharing scheme. It provided tight control and removed the single point vulnerability. That means it requires the multiple trusted or third authority instead of single authority, because there might be chance that single trusted authority might be malicious, and in and it is easy to implement. Required less complex computation operation, unlike unlike the traditional cryptographic mechanism, just like RSA, elliptic curve, Diffie-Hellman, all these kind of like DSA, symmetric. If you talk about symmetric cryptography, DSA. Uh, so all these traditional cryptographic mechanisms require the complex computation operation with the large key size to perform the operation, and these operations generally perform on the numbers instead of the multimedia applications, multimedia uh, images or videos. And it is more suitable for the sensitive multimedia applications like medical images, military images, and it required less computation cost, just I discussed, and provide the distributed backup instead of storing in a single system. We require the distributed backup, multiple trusted authority. Secret sharing scheme based on the number of secret. There are two types of secret sharing scheme. One is for the single secret sharing scheme, which you can see in the subfigure A, and the multi-secret sharing scheme, which you can see in the subfigure B. In the subfigure A, which is single secret sharing scheme, the secret information is only one, and the multi-secret sharing scheme, the secret information is multiple. Based on strategy, secret sharing scheme are these type. These are the following strategy which we can use in this secret sharing, and more than that, like Boolean and model operation based secret sharing, polynomial based secret sharing, elliptic curve based secret sharing, random based secret sharing, Chinese theorem based secret sharing, silent automata based secret sharing, zero cryptography based secret sharing, lattice based secret sharing, combination theory based secret sharing, and counting based secret sharing, and more than that. Based on secret sharing, based on the characteristics, these are the following secret sharing scheme: threshold based secret sharing scheme, verifiable secret sharing scheme, visual secret sharing scheme, and perfect secret sharing scheme, and progressive secret sharing scheme. In threshold based secret sharing scheme, we require a threshold value. That means if we are distributing the n share, then there might be need of t threshold value to recover a secret. In the verifiable secret sharing, suppose that there is some malicious attack on any one of the share. Suppose we are recovering secrets back, then we have the knowledge of which share is malicious. So it provides that kind of information. And visual secret sharing scheme provide the like secret the recovery procedure might be some noisy image, but it is visually identifiable through the human eye. So that kind of recovery procedure it will follow. And then perfect secret sharing scheme, that means it is a perfect secret sharing scheme. That means if we are distributing the n shares, then for recovery of secret, we require the exactly n shares. And progressive secret sharing scheme, that means if we are stacking more the number of stacked share are, the better the visual quality of secret recovered information will be. Secret sharing based on the share quality. there are two kind of secret sharing. One is randomized share based and another one is meaningful shares. So here we can see the secret information is QR secret, and we follow the share generation process, which follow the randomized share generation in the subfigure A. Here we can see these are the randomized shares, completely random. That means these shares histogram is uniformly distributed. If we from the qualitative analysis, we find that these histograms, these randomized shares histogram is uniformly distributed, justifies the its randomness distributed. And another one is subfigure B defines the natural share base or meaningful share base secret sharing scheme. Here we taken the secret information QR secret, and another one is QR cover images. We can see above here. These are the meaningful information. So, and with these information, the share generated are the QR share, which is natural share based. And these shares visual quality is similar to these cover images. So this one is the meaningful share based secret sharing. The application of secret sharing scheme is like that: encryption, encrypted backup system in distributed form, which we are doing, password protection, bank wallet unlocking system, medical applications, military application, key establishment on smart grid, threshold signature, distributed authentication, distributed decryption. These are the following literatures which work on the QR share-based secret sharing schemes, where there might some takes the secret as a QR share, secret as a QR code, and some takes the share as a QR codes. But the limitation on these literatures are that either they provide the lossy shares or and lossy recovered image with less visual quality, and require the more complex operation like most strategies which we discussed, like CRT based operations and more complex operations which require the much computation time. So we design a proposed approach for dealing with these limitations, and our approach is based on the single secret sharing scheme strategy, and it follow the lightweight operation like arithmetic model operations, random permutations, and it is based on share quality. It is meaningful share by secret sharing scheme, and this approach is what is it? Perfect secret sharing scheme. That means if we shares and if we distribute the n share, then we require the n exactly n share to recover the secret back. So this is a block diagram of secret sharing scheme. So this is a block diagram of secret sharing scheme. Here it is divided into subfigure A, which defines the QR share generation. Another one is B, subfigure B, which defines the QR secret reconstruction. In QR share generation, we take the QR secret and generate the watermark images with the help of watermark image generation process, which uses the arithmetic model operation and random permutation operation to generate the watermark image, which is completely randomized or completely randomized. After that, after these random watermark image, which is in the private side of a client, perform the QR share generations, where we uses the DWT operations to perform the watermark on the cover images. Side we can see these all are the different cover images. If you scan these cover images in the experiment part, you will see that all the cover images of different person informations. So we embed this watermark on these cover images, and with the help of DWT, and generate the meaningful shares whose visual quality exactly similar with the cover images. As a QR reconstruction process, we see that the meaningful shares perform the with inward DWT and DWT operation to reconstruct with the help of cover images and reconstruct the watermark image back, and to recover the original QR secret, we perform the QR secret reconstruction process, which is the reverse process of arithmetic model operations. and random permutation. This is the QR share generation process. What happens here is, first of all, we perform the watermark generation with the help of random permutation and arithmetic modular operations. So here we can see in the subpart algorithm A. And algorithm part 2, we can see the QR share generation with the help of DWT operation, where we take an input as a meaningful cover image and watermark image. Here phi is the function for DWT. So for watermark embedding, we use this DWT 2D discrete transform on the cover image. Here our cover image is of size of 512 to 512 with the Haar wavelet, and we uses the watermark of 256 cross 256. And after performing the DWT on cover images, is distributed different, decompose the cover images into different frequencies like RA, RH, RB, RD. Approximation, horizontal, vertical diagonals, different frequencies to decompose the images. After that, we take the watermark image and perform the. After that, we perform some operation on the cover image by multiplying the scaling factor with 0.9, which is constant value, and added with the watermark image by multiplying the scaling factor with 0.2, and generate the watermark images. And generate the updated approximation band, and after that we apply the inverse DWT and generate the meaningful shares. So these scaling factor we observed after multiple experimental analysis, and identified that these experimental analysis produces a better result for our approach, for our proposed approach. The another one is QR secret reconstruction process. Here we perform the same invert DWT operations for extracting the watermark images RW1 to RWN, and then perform the inverse arithmetic model operation to recover the secret information back. This is the watermark extraction process, which is a reverse process of embedding. So this is the experimental analysis. Here we can see. So subfigure A define the secret information, secret QR code, and B2E represent the cover images. If you try to use your phone and check the QR code, each QR code defines the different person information, which I used. So this QR code is the secret information. If you use your phone, identify the QR code information, and this information about my guides on me. And we perform the watermark operation is on this QR code and generate the watermark images, and then perform the watermarking on these cover images and generate these shares. And these shares J2M should have the same visual quality as the cover images. And after that, we reconstruct the secret as this. If you again use your phone, you will easily identify that this is information about the secret information, because we want this that our recursive information recover the detail of the secret information, even if some distortion happens, some noise happens on that image. There are some attack we applied on these images. We applied if you apply any we apply cropping attack on any of the shares, we can see that the result of HA, we apply the attack on any of the shares. This is F subfigure, which is A, and we recover a secret H, which we can see that not recovering the information. If we perform any kind of attack, that does not produce any, does not recover any information. And we have used the hostile image, any other QR code, just as a malicious QR code, and other shared images. Suppose attacker has this only 3 shares information, while you distributed 4 shares, but attacker finds the 3 shares information and use the 4th share as a hostile, then he will not be able to recover the secret. So this provides a better security for our approach. The another thing is we applied the if we attacker use the less number of shares. Suppose attacker use 1, 2, 3 shares still he will not be able to recover a secret. Same thing happened there. 1 2 4 1 3 for these combination. With this combination, attacker won't be able to recover a secret. So this signifies that the approach is better. If we see its statistical measure, we find easily that this statistical method shows the better result if compared with the secret images. These are the statistical result analysis of between the QR secret and QR share. So these are the different QR recovery image, cover image. Sorry, these are the statistical measure of the cover images and share image. As I said that both the cover image, share image should be same. For in the case that the correlation value should be close to 1. If its value exactly 1, that means both are same. So here we can see that the correlation value is close to 1, yani 99%. Root mean square error. That means if the error rate is very less, that signifies that the our approach is better in case of cover image or share image quality. PSNR value greater than 27 decabyte represent that both are the human eye cannot be differentiate both the images. And NPCR value less than close to 0 or USI value close to 0 represent that both are similar. So here we can see that approach giving the optimized result in these cases. Statistical comparison between the QR share. Here we compare the statistical comparison between the shares, and in this case shares should be dissimilar. Okay, so these are the results. So because these are the meaningful shares, so in this case this parameter won't work that much better. If it is randomized share, then it signifies some meaningful details about that. So here the another one is the secret information, secret QR is compared with the recovered QR. Here we can see the our informations. It signifies that our approach is lossy, but it recovered the better results. These are parameter comparison compared with the existing.
Try to wind up in 2-3 minutes. Will we have some more presentation?
Okay, I'm just finishing this. This is like 2 slides. So comparative, these are the parameters which we discussed. We find that our approach is giving better result compared to existing scheme. But one limitation is our approach is not robust like another approaches, and giving the high security with the different cover images and does not reveal any informations. Yes, reveal the shows the lossy and share and recovered image, but better visual qualities, and require the less computational operations with the meaningful cover images, and perform the operation in seconds. These are our conclusion. This paper presents the QR share-based separation scheme matter using these operations: TWRP, random permutation, arithmetic model operation, and this approach is computationally efficient and secure due to the lightweight operation. It generated lossy but visible quality, better quality QR shares and secrets, requiring few shares to maintain security. However, it is not robust against attack, as a secret cannot be recovered if any secret share is attacked. A proposed approach outperforms existing approach as shown by the statistical analysis parameter comparisons. These are references which we used. Recent references. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Arjun, for your presentation based on QR share-based secret sharing schemes using DWT, random permutation, and arithmetic modulo operations for QR secrets. Right. So, though it's a good presentation and the scheme